What's up, you fucking bozos? Bloodstain Lane, aka the MMA supervillain. And before we start today's show, if you're wondering where I got this fucking awesome Sakuraba shirt, I got it from my boys at www.vxrsi.com. I just want to shout out my boys Mark, Carlos, and Dan from VXRSI. I actually hung out.
Stuttering there.
Yo, I don't know. I'm a little fucked up right now. I'm having a Twitter war with Nate Marquardt right now. So
who's winning?
Bro, it's me. Nate can't fuck with me when it comes to words. But like I said, I want to give a big shout out to Mark, Carlos, and Dan. I hung out with them at the UFC Boston Expo. Really good people. I'm telling you right now, they're one of my favorite clothing companies out right now. Go check out their website. Fahrenheit's going to put up the link for you guys to visit. They got awesome t-shirts, hoodies, all the top MMA apparel. They even got rash guards. So check them out. We're going to talk about first, there's an awesome M-1 Global card taking place Thursday in St. Petersburg, Russia.
We made mention of it in one of our previous videos.
This is let me tell you something, a very, very stacked card. It's going to be shown live on the stream from M1Global.com. A lot of title fights, heavyweight title fight, lightweight title fight. For all you fucking unemployed bozos out there, if you're home, go. It starts at 11 o'clock Eastern time. And for you guys out on the West Coast, you can have your eggs, your waffles, whatever you can eat. Sit down and watch fricandels. Watch some quality MMA. Great fights. We have a heavyweight title fight between I don't know what's the dude's name.
We got Kenny Gardner on one hand.
Kenny Deuce Gardner, who's my fucking boy, one of my favorite fighters out of American Top Team. He's traveling all the way to Russia to fight this Russian monster, Guganshiv, or something like that. I don't even know his name. But
God bless you.
The guy's, let me tell you something. We'll just call him Guran because I don't know how to pronounce his last name. The guy's an absolute monster. He's like 6'4", 6'5", 240 pounds, a beast. Kenny Garner definitely has his hands full. He trains at an ATT, so he's getting good practice out there with Din Thomas and the boys out there. I have to say he's the underdog, but I got to ride out my boy Deuce, man. I'm a huge fucking Deuce fan. I've you've seen my videos, my vlogs. I'm really cool with Kenny Garner, and I'm wishing you all the best luck out there, bro. So war Kenny Deuce Garner. Another fight that we talked about in the last show is Magomed the Eagle Shishkabekov versus Che Mills. And like I told you in the last video, this guy is the smaller version of Fedor Emelianenko. One of the hottest prospects in MMA, fighting tough guy Che Mills, who's beaten Marius Aramkas twice. He's a former cage race champion, so it's another fucking awesome fight. You have Marabek Taisumov versus Damasky. And we talked about Taisumov before too, and Marabek is just balls to the wall, well-rounded fighter, man. This is for the lightweight championship, so it's another big fucking fight. Another hot prospect in the world of MMA, which seems like Russia and Eastern Europe is producing a lot of these guys as of late. So another big fight, man. Then we have another fight that we talked about: Yuri Ivlov versus Daniel Weichel. Daniel Weichel is a German vet. He's been fighting for a long time, and Yuri Ivlov's another. I can't say it again. Another guy is really his name is buzzing right now in the in the MMA world. He reminds me a lot of Sergey Karatanov. Excellent boxing, brutal grounded pound, similar to Sergey Karatanov's grounded pound against Semi Schilt. Like I said, tough fight to call, but I got to give it to Ivlov. A big fan of Yuri Ivlov. Then we have another top prospect, Alexander Sanaski, who's I think listed on Sherdog as one of the top prospects in MMA right now, versus Victor Kuku. And
what was that guy's name? Victor
Kuku or Kuku, some shit like that. He's a pretty good fighter, but if you guys seen Sanaski fight, Sanaski is a fucking monster. And I know I may be getting some of these names wrong because I'm not really too good at pronouncing names. Fahrenheit's gonna put up the names for you guys to YouTube them and Google them, and check them out. Another guy you got fighting, you have Fedor's teammate, Mikhail Sayats. He's fighting, at a Red Devil fight team. Like I said, this is a stacked card. It's just everybody. If you have, if you're home, 11 o'clock Eastern time, tune in, watch the fight, have a bowl of cereal, enjoy some great fights from Russia, man. I'm telling you, these guys are putting on great fights, man. Can't wait for this card. I might take off from work to watch that, actually. Moving on,
You might not want to put that on video, just to...
Dude, I don't give a fuck my bosses. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? I run the fucking show.
Right.
I want to highlight a couple fighters that are fighting this week. I absolutely love these fighters, so we're going to talk about them. Megumi Fujii, Mega Magoo. What do you got to say, Fahrenheit, about Megumi Fujii?
Probably the #1 pound-for-pound female fighter. Well, it's either her or Cyborg.
I would say hands down the greatest female fighter of all time. 22-0. World-class submissions. She's trained in catch wrestling, jiu-jitsu, Russian sambo, And every time she fights, she just dominates. And the thing that that really impresses me with Megumi is fucking boxing. It looks so crisp. It's getting better and better every single time. Similar to Michihiro Omagawa, man. I'm telling you right now, I love Megumi. She's fighting Zolia Fausto. You know, Zolia Fausto I like also. I felt like she lost the last fight.
She lost the last fight.
She lost the last fight. She got a gift decision.
The other chick got robbed, no doubt about it.
Let me tell you something. It's not even going to go to a decision in this fight. Megumi's going to tap her out and continue her reign as the queen of MMA. And another thing, with Megumi, she has a new walkout T-shirt. I suggest everybody go check it out. Me and Fahrenheit were raving about it. It's one of the best walkout T-shirts I've ever seen. Am I right or wrong?
I want to get one, but just don't have the money right now.
I ordered two. I pre-ordered two.
Can I get one of those?
Yeah. You're about 50 pounds lighter than me, bro.
Oh.
So I don't know. Then we got Sengoku 15 coming up, and my boy Maximo Blanco, man. I've been telling every motherfucker about this guy. This guy, you guys like. If you guys were a fan of shootbox style Wanderlei Silva, Mauricio Shogun Rua, and Murillo Ninja Rua, you're gonna love Maximo Blanco. He has a very similar stand-up style, like a fucking Tasmanian devil. Kicks, knees, fucking head kicks, whatever the fuck you want. He comes at you with no fear. Just he wants to take your head off. Couple that with his world-class freestyle wrestling. He was a Pan Am wrestling champion, and you have yourself one of the hottest lightweights on the planet, man. It's just a matter of time before Maximo Blanco gets a call from maybe some of the big leagues. I personally hope he stays in Japan. You know, he trains out of Yoshida Dojo, and I can't wait for this fight. Maxie never lets me down. In other news, we had what did we just read on the internet about Shane Carwin backed out of the Roy Nelson fight because of injury, and Crow Cop said he'll take the fight.
Please don't.
Dude, come on, have faith in Mirko, man.
Dude, please don't take that fight, Mirko. I'm begging you.
So what do you want Mirko to do, bro?
Dude, I want him to retire, dude. Come on, enough's enough. I love the guy. I mean, I understand he wants to continue fighting, but, man, look at his last few fights. I mean, he should have retired after Pat Berry. I mean, it's a great way to go out.
Bro, I agree with you 100%. I guess I can't let go of my.
Listen, I'm gonna be the first person in line rooting for Crow Cop, but listen, I don't see how he beats Roy Nelson. Honestly, I don't
can't
see it.
How Roy Nelson could beat Crow Cop. To be honest with you,
dude. That's what we said about Frank Mir,
listen
dude.
To me. That's because Crow Cop wasn't pulling the trigger. Frank Mir couldn't take him down, couldn't do nothing. What is Roy Nelson gonna do? Win a battle on the feet? If Crow Cop decides to engage, Roy Nelson can't take him down, bro. If Crow Cop decides to engage and pull the trigger, he will win the fight. But we'll see what happens.
I like your optimistic attitude, but honestly, I don't see it. I have a feeling Roy Nelson will beat Crow Cop.
Well, fuck yourself then. I don't give a fuck what you have to say.
That's just my opinion.
All right, bro. I mean, I'm just saying. You got to back our boy, though.
Yeah, well, I am. What do you want me to say?
Listen, another thing we're going to talk about is there's been a new Wand video floating around the internet. Him talking with Rafael Cordero. You know, they're sitting down, drinking, talking, and pretty much Wand and Cordero were talking about reuniting shootbox again. Getting Shogun and Ninja to come over to, you know, to train with them over in the States and bring back the old shootbox team again. And let me tell you something, I had fucking goosebumps on my arm when I heard that. It would be nothing better. I mean, they even invited Anderson Silva to come back. Vanderlei even invited Anderson to reform the old shootbox. Let me tell you something, that ever happens, bro.
Would you root for Anderson if he did join the new shootbox?
You know what, dude? Anything that has to do with Shogun and Wand, I support. Those are two of my heroes.
Kind of surprised by that.
You know what, bro? That's how strongly I feel about Mauricio Shogun Rua and Wanderlei Silva. They're two of my idols. You know, if we could get the old shootbox back on the Rafael Cordero, that's a real fucking team. Not like this fucking Greg Jackson team that's running the fucking shit right now in UFC. Real fighters. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, you know, there's real fighters in Greg Jackson camp, but, you know, guys that go out there and try to fucking finish. Not try to fucking game plan for decisions, all right? And, like I said, hopefully, you know, we could get that back again, man. There's nothing better than that, bro. And, you know, that's pretty much it, man. You know, not much more to say. You know, I got to go back on the internet, keep fighting with Nathan Hot Dog Marquardt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Nate? Give it up, bro. I'm coming out to Denver, Colorado. We're going to spar 2 rounds, kickboxing, and we're going to roll, bro. I'm telling you right now, you're not ready for this, dude, and you know this. All right, man, I'm not going to shadow box. You already see, I don't want to give up too much more on my tips, but I'm coming for you, bro, all right? So, shout out to everybody. Oh, I just want to shout out, you know what, somebody said something to me. I never shout out the Team Takeover forums. Shout out to the Team Takeover forums, www.teamtakeover.tk. That's my forum. hardcore, passionate fans on the internet. So everybody go join my forum, all right?
And I just want to give a shout out to my 3 fans that are out there. How's it going?
You have fans?
I'd call them fans.
All right, man. That being said, you know what to do with yourself. FYL, respect the shooter, cocksucker.